Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go on EA Sports. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And right away, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
Second and short now following the fumble. Now Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 4 yards to pick up, first down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
First and 10, Taylor now. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1 yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. On play action, it's Wentz. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Here's Wentz to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. The end result, 21 yards. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run here with Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal.
82.
Now Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again.
Tyler Lockett now with a return.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now it's Carson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Here's Carson. And he works free. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And Gerald Everett makes a good catch there for a first down, and he was signed away from the Seattle Seahawks division rivals, the Rams, after 4 years in L.A. backing up Tyler Higbee. He's excited about his opportunity in the Pacific Northwest. Last year, 41 catches, a career high.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
This is Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Wilson steps away. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wentz. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The big boy's big dream right there. He got to rumble and stumble all the way for 6.
Nothing like big man with football, is there? I mean, that brings people onto their feet every single time. And his dream was answered on that one, wasn't it? It was realized. He picks it off and takes it to the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now it's 2nd and 9.
They'll try the left side with Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And Pascal's got it.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Oh, here we go. Oh, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4.
To throw, it's Wentz.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Sidney Jones.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught by Nick Ballore. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Nick Ballore, 38 yards.
And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Colts 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his right.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. And that's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep, Golden Tate. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well with the Colts. That connection there gives him a first down.
On 1st down, Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a give to Taylor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. He hits his target, Lockett. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Carson. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Throwing is Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A full 40 yards that time on 3rd down as the chains move with a lot of room to spare. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They run again with Carson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And to give this time to the tailback.
51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here. 3rd and goal.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Play action. Now Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Now Wentz on third down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 33.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
56, 56. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
From the red zone now, Wentz. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald.
7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Taylor.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Tackle by Darrell Taylor.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And now here is another interception. Jordan Brooks with it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Wilson will hand to Carson on the option. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. They'll try the left side. It's Carson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Wentz now to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll run on first down. Taylor, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him. And then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.